I am back for a third installment of the Bridgestone RB-2. I ended up selling it to my roommate. She saw it and couldn't live without it. She went from buying a horrible, huffy Walmart bike and absolutely hating it to convincing herself to try this and absolutely loving it and saying she's an avid cyclist now and wants to commute every day and is riding it. And you can see it's real dirty and crusty. She's been riding it every day, trying to avoid the rain, but not having any luck. I need to do two things. She bought it so fast that I didn't get the serial number off the bottom bracket and written down, made a little receipt for her, so I did that. I just get down on my hands and knees, my little cell phone light. So I made her up a little sheet. She likes pink, so I made it on pink. It basically just has my little name and logo and says the size and the year of the bike and says, so basically like probably from the late 80s. I was still just too lazy to look it up. Bridgestone has like a full catalog with date codes and serial number stuff and tells you how to figure out what year their bikes are. And I think Grant Peterson from Rivendell's like kept that really alive because he worked for Bridgestone all through the 80s and 90s, or 89 to 99 or 79 to 89, whatever, until they stopped doing a Bridgestone America. And I made some basic stuff about it's all tuned up with brand new cables and housing and chain and cassette and brake pads, and I described a few of the parts that we changed, like the nice SR bar and stem, and they upgraded the brakes and the Paul Thummy mount. I say on it that it's a dark metallic blue paint job, lots of scuffs, and the white lettering. Just some real basic stuff. The serial number on the bottom and the price. Beautiful. Print out this pink piece of construction paper because I'm literally out of printer paper. In case you're dying, I'm also showing off my new shirt. I got this at the Goodwill the other day. It's a size 4. I have no idea what that means. I think it's a maternity shirt. It is really wide and really weird fitting. But cut the sleeves and the neck out of it like I do. And it's a horribly ugly, bright tie-dye Metallica shirt with like a cool 90s logo. I think I had this shirt when it first came out, but like in regular colors on black, like pus head shirt. I had to beg my parents for it. I was probably 13. I had to beg my parents to get this for me. So I have it. It fits terribly. It's ugly. It's called fashion. Enjoy it. She did say she derailed the chain once going over a big giant bump. So I want to make sure, I think I cut this chain kind of long. I want to make sure it's not too long. I might even put a little band-on strap that's got like a little finger on the inside. Get the chain to fall on the inside instead of fall on the outside. So I might put on a bash guard. At the time I built this, I wanted to put on a bash guard, and I was too lazy to make one. But I go on eBay and found this guy, bought a few of these from him. He had a couple of them left. So just a pre-made 130 BCD ring. It's for like a 40 tooth max. It's real small, machined. I do often take old chain rings that have dead teeth, hacksaw the teeth off, and then take them to the bench grinder or even hand file and get them real smooth, like I did on my Nothing Special Schwinn, and make this little bash guard. So I might put this on if I think that she will keep losing that chain. Maybe I'll wait another time to do that. I put a shorter bottom bracket in and put this ring on the outside, so I'll probably have to put a normal size bottom bracket in and put this ring on the inside to get this guy on. A little part of me actually wants to take one of these and drillium the crap out of it, like just drill a zillion holes and make it look really cool. Chamfer the edges, sort of like these chainring bolt holes are, so there'll be a little silver ring around the hole. Oh, it'd be so cool. But she ain't paying for nothing. She's not at Defenders yet either, so she's claiming she's trying not to ride the rain, which we all try at first. But I have this clamp-on paddle fender I gave to her. I got it at a swap meet or free box or something. I usually have a few of these. I grab them. They're great for test riding bikes. I do have another set of the same fenders I use in the Nothing Special Schwinn. Those PDW full metal fenders. Very mixed feelings about them. I love them. I think they fit stuff great. They're actually really kind of flat-ish, with only a little bit of curve, so they fit more tight bikes with too big of tires, race bikes, and more modern bikes. Where like Velo Orange fenders and Honjo fenders need a lot more clearance because they're big and round and really stick out. So they fit. I think I have a set of these that'll fit. It'll be real tight, but I think they'll fit cool. Told her about that, so if the day ever comes she wants full fenders, I might put those dudes on. But she might not. This might be fine. Alright. Spike's about level. Yeah. Chain's not really sagging. I'm in the biggest ring. I mean, I really could take a link out. Look at that. I mean, I've never used a short cage derailleur with one of these little danglers before to make the derailleur have more tooth capacity. I didn't even put the B tension in. I could probably put the B tension in. Just want to do something that will give it a little more tension back here, because it's pretty far forward. I mean, if I take a link out, it really is going to be like maxed out, bro. Wolftooth makes these little derailleur extenders. They have a word for it. I'm having a brain fart. But I also buy these VG Sport ones off eBay for $4 or $5. There's also some other Chinese company that makes a real cheap looking knockoff for $3 or $4, a bunch of colors. I have used a few of those on friends' bikes and have had no problems with them yet, so they're probably fine. Maybe I'm just going to put this B tension all the way in and see if that helps. Or makes everything way worse. Or maybe we'll just put another vintage long cage derailleur on and wrap enough chain and solve all of our problems. Which is, probably the rightest thing to do. Probably, really. Take the tension off this derailleur. People are always very specific about B tension. I always think it's either fine or just run it all the way in. I've heard people say that you have too much B tension. I think that's crazy. I've never seen that. I don't believe that. Sometimes I'll take this B tension screw out and put it upside down so that the head of the screw is on the bottom coming up, so it really is even longer to sit on the little dropout lip or derailleur lip. And that should, in theory, suck this thing farther away. Really what the B tension's for is to make sure you keep this gap here between the derailleur pulley and the cassette teeth. Some derailleurs are too short, or derailleurs don't have enough B tension. You're getting up into the biggest, easiest cog on the back, the low gear, and your derailleur pulley will be rubbing on those teeth. Those two teeth are grinding even though the chain's shooting between them. And that can cause a problem. Let's see if this thing still shifts. Nope. Yep. That's shifted too. Uh-oh. Okay, easiest gear. One click, one shift. It's been a bit of a brat. This is a detention issue. I really should have gone for a long cage derailleur in the very first place. But I didn't want to. I wanted to use this original derailleur. It was in such good shape, but it is kind of actually really worn out. Being a brat in 6. I feel like it was a brat before we played with the tension. It stopped being. Yeah, just let a little bit of tension out. Maybe change the B tension. Maybe the tension seem a little tighter. Maybe it's just because it's kind of worn out. Whatever, we'll leave it like this because it's easier until she complains or cares. She probably rides around the hardest gear all day, every day anyways, until she gets to a hill and then jumps to the easiest gear and skips all the other gears in between. Like most people do. And we'll see if that wraps some more chain. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was looking for, it's usually that you hit a big bump or a hill while shifting or riding really hard and the chain will go flopping off. So I did once, but it's being cool again. It's really not sucking any chain. It's maxed out up here. It's on the smallest cog in the back. This really isn't sucking any chain. But I put the B tension on, which made it a little bit better. It probably brought the whole derailleur up. But it's... the chain is left to its own devices to flop and chop. I'm going to leave it out of laziness. This will be a real short video. Maybe there will be a part 4 if I go ahead and swap the bottom bracket out. Put double chainring bolts on, put the bash guard on, the whole mammer jammer. You can also do stuff like mountain bike guys take old derailleurs and just bolt them on just to hold the chain in place. Use limit screws to set them out. You know, Paul and some aftermarket companies make a clamp that comes out and has a little C cage that goes over here. So there's like mountain bikey things you can do, but when you do a bunch of weird hack mods to, you know, solve problems that you yourself just created, it's not super legit and cool. I'm way more into the idea of doing things right. And the bash guard and the wider bottom bracket would be right. But I ain't gonna worry about it. Let's see if there's anything else going on. Back hub still feels well adjusted. Front hub still feels well adjusted. This feels pretty smooth and alright, but I'd like it to feel a little more springy. This one's nice and springy and comes all the way back. I'm gonna maybe add a little lube to these pivot points. See if they have a little bit of, you know, drag in them. Making it feel not so springy. Feels pretty good, but I can tell it should have more tension. And there it is. Just that teeny little bit of lube on here. Totally made this thing move just a little bit easier and took out all that tension. Also got that fender totally hiding her backlight, so she's definitely not using her backlight. On some small bikes, on a lot of the Planet bike lights, they come with a smaller bracket. So you can put it down here like on the stay. So if I can just kind of do that with this. Seems more or less legit. Now you got a noisemaker if you want. I'll flip it the other side. Ugh. I wouldn't have scratched this nice old totally shitty paint instantly. So if you're riding the bike lane, you probably want it on the other side. It doesn't matter. It's down through the spoke and wheel. It's reflecting off the rim. People freak out about what side their light's on. It's... oh, the battery's dead anyways. Yeah. Alright, we're calling it good. Super short video. Thanks for watching. Enjoying my new ugly, really kind of sexy shirt. Maybe I'll sew up the back a little or something like that Simpsons meme where Homer has all the chip clips on his fat to make him look a little skinnier. Yeah, thanks for watching.